Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Learn with Jason. Today on the show, we have Gift. Gift, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I'm very very excited to have you on the show. I've been following your work for a long time, um, and I've just been really like blown away by your work ethic and the amount of impact that you've had. So for those of us who aren't following you as closely as I have, do you want to give us some background on your on who you are, what you're working on, all those good things?
Yeah, sure. So I am a software engineer and I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria. I mostly work on the front end part of things. So I do Vue and React. And I'm also a huge fan of the Jamstack as well. And aside that, I do a lot of content creation. So I have a personal blog where I write about things that I'm learning or things that I feel like people should know about. And I also have like a YouTube channel as well. I talk about my life as a developer and also talk about technical things as well. And also because I'm very passionate about growing my developer community back here in Nigeria, I also speak at events and organize other events as well. I'm the organizer of Jamstack Lagos
Oh,
and conference.
sorry.
Wow. Yeah. I was scared. And a conference called Concatenate. I'm also a co-organizer for that. So yeah, pretty much it.
Yeah, and concatenate for those of you who aren't familiar with it is such a cool thing. It's a partially on-site, partially remote conference that is it's free, right, for the attendees, and so
Yes,
it's trying to make the tech community more accessible to developers in Nigeria and now Kenya, right?
yeah, correct.
Yeah, I love it. I did a remote talk this year, and I was really sad that I didn't get to do the in person version because I saw the photos. It looked like so much fun. So I'm hoping that I can get invited back for the next concatenate, and I'm going to show up in person for real. Uh,
Yeah, definitely. It was really amazing. And this is also like the second year we're running it. And yeah, we made a huge impact. So, cool.
Yeah, it's such a cool thing. I love watching Twitter during the conference. Twitter just explodes. It's like so much excitement and so much love. It's really cool. Um,
Yeah.
so today, what we were gonna do something. Well, we're gonna do something that's kind of normal for me, which is I'm gonna go in with absolutely no idea what's going on. Um, and so, do you want to maybe walk us through what we're gonna try to build today?
Oh, yeah, sure. So today I want us to build a personal blog with some right. And the idea that I have, because I've done this before. I wrote a blog post on how you can build a blog with Gridsome. And what I want us to do with this video is also try recreating that um, blog that I built. Or actually, you can go with our own team and build a personal blog without going over the top, right? Like do our own design. I was even thinking of doing something because today is Valentine. Maybe do
Oh,
something with that uh, thing. Yeah,
yeah.
so it's just to build a personal blog. It could be a blog for myself. I already have one, but yeah, it could be a blog for myself. And we'll have like the list of posts, and then you should be able to view each post. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's the idea for this.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm ready. I love the idea of doing something for Valentine's Day because why not? Let's share a little love for February the 14th, right? Cool. So if I want to get started, I have like I can make an empty let's see, I'll make a new folder and we'll call this Love and Gridsome. I like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and so we have an empty folder, and I'm ready to do whatever you think I should do.
Okay, cool. So first, we're going to start with scaffolding a new project, and with that, you need to run. command, can you go to the documentation?
Documentation.
Yeah.
Okay. And here?
Installation. Yeah. Yes. So you can install the Gridsome CLI and create a new project. So
Okay. So
since you already created, yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of this folder then, and we'll make it with Gridsome. So I'm gonna yarn global add Gridsome CLI. Okay. And now I should be able to do Gridsome create. Okay. Gridsome create love and Gridsome. Okay. We can see everything coming in now. What's up, chat? How you doing today? See lots of boops in the chat. I love seeing the boops. Lots of love for
What are
you,
those?
Gift.
Yeah. Okay. What are boobs?
The boop. It's like like you get booped on the nose.
Oh.
I made for the chat here. If you're a subscriber to my channel, you get an emote that says boop, and it's a I use boop as like a placeholder comment a lot, so it's kind of become a joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're installed now. We've got it. We've got the folder is set up. We can look in here. So there's our node modules. Comes with some static stuff, some config files.
So with this, you just have like a bones page. If you run the command yarn run develop, you should see running on localhost.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
So we are going to start. Okay, you already have a command there, so you can run Gridsome develop.
Okay.
To start the app. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Okay. And so now I can open this one. Make sure I open it in the right window here. All right, here we go.
Cool. So we already have this home page and an about page. So the way it works, Gridsome is quite similar. I know you're already familiar with Gatsby.
Mm-hmm.
Gridsome is quite similar with Gatsby. So with this, we're working with Vue instead. So get rid of this and start our own projects, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we can go back to the code and within the pages directory.
Pages directory. Okay.
Yeah. So index about of Vue and index. We can edit the index of Vue, but we won't be needing about for Vue.
So I can get rid of the about page.
Yeah.
Okay. And now I have an index page. Let me make this a little bit smaller. And so should I, like if I make changes in here,
yeah,
will these just show up right away? Oh, they sure do. That's nice. That's cool. All right, so I'm on board here. We've got some cool stuff happening. We've got layouts. All right. So looking at this index page, to talk through the project. So if I'm understanding correctly, what we want to do is get blog posts, and then we want to show a list of the blog posts in this index file. Is that right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we should also be able to like view each of those blog posts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. So I'm ready to roll on that. Should we start by maybe creating a blog post?
So because we said we're going to go with a theme, so I think we should talk about how we want to achieve that, right? The Valentine thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So
yeah.
I'm not so much of a designer, so I think we could get we could get inspiration from say Dribble.
maybe maybe to give ourselves a little bit of slack to work on. Where is it pulling this from? Do you know how
What
this
file?
works?
What file is this?
Trying to figure out where
Oh, the
this.
file icon. It's
Yeah.
from the assets. So if
Asset.
you go to should be
Am I looking right at this?
should be in the asset. Do you want to search for that file?
Yeah, I see it in the cache.
Okay.
Okay, let me search. Oh boy, I have the find in files. Oh wait, I just need to find files. Find. No, that's not going to do it. This is an alias to source. Oh, okay, okay. So then if we go back to here, then there should be a favicon. Aha! It was right in plain sight. I was looking
Found
right
it.
at it. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe what we can do is we can take this and just like put it in a heart. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
let's try that.
So I'll take this image. We'll get a new one. And I'm going to let's see here, here, love and gridsome, source, favicon. I'm just gonna drag this right into here, right? And then I can take this and we'll just do like a nice basic heart. Oh boy, this heart might be a little wonky. Okay. Okay, so we'll take half the heart, and then I can take this, we'll move that up until it looks right. Okay.
Yeah. You're doing really good with this. I can't draw to save my life.
And yeah, we can take that. Okay, copy this, paste it. It's not gonna work, is it? I'm gonna have to do it this way. Paste. No, copy paste. There we go. Flip it, move it. Good. And I can union, and we'll make that back. Okay. And I think I might just do like a color overlay on this if I can do that. What do you think? Good enough?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna.
Uh, yeah.
I'll just export this, and we'll name it Love and Gridsome. Okay, and we'll just drop this right back in. So now, assuming I understand how all of this works, I should be able to swap this out straight up for Love and Gridsome. And we
Yeah, that
should
should work.
see. Aha! I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that was fun. So, I mean, I don't know that we're going to win any design awards, but that's okay because I think what is really going to be good for us is seeing how this all fits together when we start putting blog posts together.
Yeah, yeah, great. All
Um,
right. So yeah, now we can start working on getting those blog posts. So Gridsome has what we call like the source plugins,
okay,
and by default, we don't want to go over the top by maybe probably taking an external CMS to store those posts. So we want to use the Gridsome file system plugin to store our post in Markdown within our file directory. So if you go to plugins,
this
and
one.
second one, the second one,
Okay,
yeah. So we need to install this. So this will transform our content into GraphQL that we
okay.
can now fetch into our component.
So I'm going to yarn. Oops, yarn add gridsome source file system. Okay. What? What are you?
Wow.
Why? Why are you like this? Okay. Maybe we'll do it out here. What? What is happening? Okay. Yarn add. Well timed. I feel like I fixed this before and I apparently have like rebroken it. Let's use installed latest.
Someone is asking, is Gridsome officially related to Gatsby? No, not officially related to Gatsby at all. So it's kind of inspired by Gatsby, but is since Gatsby is built to React, Gridsome is built with Vue. So if you are a Vue developer, instead of going ahead to learn React to use Gatsby, you can just use Gridsome. But they are quite similar.
Yeah, and I do know that the Gridsome developers they kind of started with the Gatsby site as a default, and they've been kind of making it their own over time. So there's a lot of shared design elements and a lot of shared structure to the way that the Gridsome site is set up compared to the Gatsby site. And I think they did that to make it easy to kind of move between the two sites. So if you're familiar with Gatsby, Gridsome should feel pretty familiar. I don't know why does NPM work. Okay, we're switching to
Okay.
NPM. I have no idea how I broke Yarn, but I'll fix that later.
Okay.
I have a feeling that I somehow did something that like broke my uh broke my path on my computer. So I'll have to fix that later. So now I have, if we look in the package, we've got it. We've got Gridsome source file system. So if I come back out here, oh yeah, this looks really familiar. Great.
Yeah. So now we need to like set up the source plugin, like configure it, and we'll do this within the Gridsome config.js file. Yeah. So where you have plugins.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
this one was, let's see, it says use Gridsome, oops, Gridsome source file system. And then for options, we'll give it a type name of blog post
And now
and a
so much
path.
typos.
Say again.
I said so much typos. I'm used to that.
What's up, Juice? Um, Yeah, yeah, Rocky, that's happened to me twice now. Last time I fixed it by like uninstalling and reinstalling everything, but I think something in my system is fighting over control, and I'm not sure what it is. Um, Someday I'll get there. So let's see. So this where we want to keep stuff?
Yeah, you can actually set this up how you want, but we can use the default as well. So,
Okay. I think that makes sense to
let's
me,
check.
having a content folder up at the top level. So we can do that. So we'll set it up as content blog and then any markdown post. Okay, so I'm going to set this up while I'm thinking about it. Okay, and then I can just add any. Well, I'll wait until we get there.
Yeah.
Um, can you? So this is new to me. I've never seen this in Gatsby. So can you talk a little bit about what this means?
Okay, yeah, sure. So similar to how we have pages, we also have templates.
Hmm.
So they do almost the same thing, but with templates is you use a template in a case where you have like a reusable component.
Uh huh.
So for instance, our post.view file, instead of making it a page, of course it's going to be a page, right? We can just make that a template. If you want, we could check the documentation to see how they explain it properly. Just so,
Okay.
yeah.
So the let's see, was it down here?
So you have to go to docs.
Here. And then we can look at templates.
Templates.
Create single pages for nodes in a collection. Okay. A component located at source templates collection.view will be used as a template if no component is specified. Ah, okay, I get it. So what we're saying is the path for this. So this will be the URL slug. So every page, like every blog post, will be at /blog, the year it was created, the month it was created, and then its title. And by
Yeah,
default, it will use source templates blog post.view, but we can specify it to be whatever.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. That totally makes sense. Yeah. Let's set that up. So we've got templates and then blog post. And we wanted blog um maybe for simplicity we can just stick with blog title instead of setting up the year and date.
Yeah.
And then that means that we're going to have a templates. And so I need to create blog post.view. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I've reached the end of what I've been able to infer. So
Okay. So let's go back to the documentation where we have the source plugin, just to be sure we covered everything.
okay.
Uh,
Okay, so here's
okay,
where we
fine.
are.
All right, cool. So our next step would be to configure what our post would look like. So the blog post, the view file you just created, we'll work on that.
Okay. And we're going to use Markdown, right? Do I need to install this Markdown transformer?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, you need.
Okay. So oops. Let me go back here. Got to keep my notes so that I remember what to share in the show notes. So we'll go to this one and I'm going to install this. And we're going to stick that. Oh, interesting. Okay. here, transformers, and oh no, object, remark, and it looks like we don't need to send any options for now.
I remember when I was doing this on my blog, I needed to download an extra, I think it's called Prism, just to get the, or if we get there, we'll figure it out.
Oh, Prism for code
Yeah,
highlighting.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if we get there, we can definitely tackle that. I think we'll start here with kind of like the bare bones, and then we can kind of make it more complicated if we have time. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we get to the part where I really have no idea what I'm doing, which is I don't know how to write view.
Okay, so with each of our files, we'll be using the single file component. So
Okay.
what is basically meant is you have like your JavaScript, HTML, and CSS within one file. And the syntax for that is you can start with the template. So you have your templates here.
And then we're gonna have
And
style down here, right?
yeah, you can put scripts before style.
I'll put script before style.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for style, it looks like I have lots of options. Is there one that you prefer?
Yeah. We can use SCSS or yeah, maybe CSS.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll probably just do plain because that's probably going to have the
Yeah.
fewest things for me to learn. um, okay, so then in here, we can just kind of define whatever we want, right? So if I want the blog post to have the title, and I'm going to write it out here, and then, well, we'd probably just have like we can probably start just there.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, does it not like, do I have to wrap it or something?
Well, yeah, you have to have.
Okay. I think it didn't want me to put two elements. It needed a wrapper.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I run this right now, I guess we'd need to create a
I
blog
think
post.
yeah, we should have like a sample markdown file first,
Okay.
and then
And then I assume we use Markdown.
yeah,
And then we can just write. How about that?
that's funny. Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so that is a basic blog post, probably the best poetry that's ever been written. And can I just start the site? Like, what happens if I just start it now?
Okay, let's try starting the site. See what we
That's
have.
that's my favorite
I'm
approach.
kind of
I don't know.
thinking.
Let's just see what happens. Wait,
Yeah, I'm
npm.
thinking we need to do something extra, or let's see what happens.
Okay, didn't like that. We missed something. Something went wrong installing the Sharp module. Man, it just does not matter where I go. Sharp problems follow me around. Okay, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do, I think it's because I changed the Node version, trying to fix the thing, the yarn problem. So I'm going to just remove Sharp, and then I'm going to run npm install. And I think this should happen slightly faster than like removing everything. And I believe we'll solve the problem. Oh, Chris, I want to make that sticker, but I feel bad because like Sharp is doing so much complicated stuff, and I know like I complain about it all the time, but like it's so cool what it actually does. And it's got to be super frustrating to maintain because it's like, every environment, every computer, everything. Uh, but oh, I would love to have a sticker making fun of that. Okay, so we've got Love and Gridsome. All right, so these things work. Now, if I go to log, roses are red. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That was easier. That was easier than Gatsby because to
Wow.
build blog posts in Gatsby, you have to write um, some like node code. So that template thing actually that's an improvement. Like Gatsby should port that back over because wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
remember working on a Gatsby site, and I needed to do some configurations in the Node Gatsby Node module.
Holy
Okay.
buckets! Did that just
Yeah,
work?
you need to create. Yeah, you need to like create pages first before getting to this stage. But this is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. This is super cool. Like that was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm that was a significant developer experience step up from the Gatsby creating pages. So good on the Gridsome team. That's really nice. Okay, so now the next
Yeah.
part is what should I do to get the actual content in?
Okay. So remember when you ran the with some develop, you got two links. So one is this page we're currently viewing, and the other one is the yeah the so, so yeah. So this
Nice.
is where you see all the GraphQL query. So when we installed, so when we installed the Gridsome source plugin, it automatically generated the blog post query for us, so we can query that and see all our blog posts. Yeah,
Oh, that's nice. Okay. So we've got the blog post, and I guess we're gonna get path. Ooh, I need to look this up. Um, path is a string. So is it like this? Blog roses. Let's try it and see what happens. And then we'll just get the title out for now and see if that works. That okay. Also very intuitive. That's really nice. So let's see what else is in here. We've got the content comes back as HTML. Okay, that makes sense. I feel like this is good enough to start us.
yeah, we can start with this. So we would want to check out how to use the page query. So that is something you have in Gridsome. I think you also have that in Gatsby.
Yes.
So in order for you to display content from GraphQL on your components, you need to use the page query. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
so
I can
within
run.
yeah,
Nice. Okay. Yeah, and so it's just gonna give me page, and that's whatever comes back from page query gets stored in page. Is that correct?
yeah,
Okay. We can try that. Let's try that. So I'll go in here, do a page query, and then I'm going to, whoops, we'll grab this query that we just wrote. Okay. And for testing, that'll work. That's not going to work for real because this is hard coded. But what I think I should be able to
I think
do
you
then,
need to. I think you need to add the query in front of it. Uh,
I think that is definitely clear. I don't think it's strictly required. um,
Okay.
from just a like general GraphQL land, but you're right that it does make it easier to understand what's going on. So let's leave it there for sure. Okay, so I've got my page query. Things are doing what we want. They're compiled successfully, all good. Now, if I want, and this is where I don't know how view works. If I just want to show the title, that is going to be at, let's see, let me look at here. It was,
So you can do
okay,
page dot. You can try doing page dot title first to see what happens. Since we did not explicitly give the query a name, so
okay.
let's do page dot title.
Is it going to be
Oh,
dot blog
yeah,
post?
blog post.
Okay, page
Yeah.
dot blog post dot title. Let's try that and see if it works. Excellent.
Oh,
Okay, so that's great. And then if I just try to put content in, something tells me this isn't going to do what I want because it's HTML.
HTML, yeah.
Okay, so that's
So
not necessarily wrong, but I don't know how to show. How do we make it like render the
background.
HTML?
Okay, so let's go back to the query, the GraphQL. No, the GraphQL playground.
Oh, playground. Okay.
Yeah. And let's see the check. Let's check the docs to see. We have content. Again. Okay. So usually there is. I think I've seen or I've worked with one that has both the actual rendered HTML and the one that is not rendered with HTML. But this does not have that. So
So, well, and I think like I do think we want it to render. I want that to
yeah.
be
So I think that is where.
okay. So here, there's probably an example of this, I imagine.
I think we should check the source file system documentation. I think we should find it there.
Okay. Source file. I wonder if this one. So this is going to be. It's the markdown. It's parsed
So
into
yeah,
HTML. So maybe it shows us in here. I feel like
mm,
this is a view thing, and I just don't know mapping. No, that's not it.
mm,
Ah, Codiq is all about this. So use v-html on div. Aha. So let's try that. v-html. And we set that to be, how does Vue do this? They do it with, saw this, just regular quotes. So page.blogpost.content, and then like this, I think.
yeah.
Aha! Excellent. Thank you for the assist, Codiq. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, I think this is awesome. So, I mean, with to a limited extent, we have done this now. So I think there are a couple things that I'd like to figure out. I think my to-do list here would be we want to figure out how to include the layout so that we have all of this styling so that our post kind of shows up in here. And then
Mm-hmm.
we also want to figure out how to use a variable here so that we get the content for the current post instead of always getting
Yeah.
this roses are red post. Because let's do one more. Um, Okay, so now we've got a second thing. Yeah, Tony, I think knowing Vue is going to be helpful for learning Gridsome because I mean it's just a as far as I'm understanding is Gridsome is to Vue what Gatsby is to React. Like it's largely writing Vue, and Gridsome supplies some like easy pathways to get data and stuff like that. So I think knowing Vue is going to help a lot. Which as you can see, like if we didn't have Kodik here, I might have just stared at this for the rest of the time. um,
Yeah.
so let's see. Yeah, all right. So now I have this, and if we go to this other post that I just created, a list of my Twitter crushes. No, that wasn't it. Oh, a list of all my Twitter crushes. It still shows the other post. So,
I think we need to change that from being the static link to adding just string.
to doing
Uh, so if you go to templates, so you can either do
oh, we already had that one up. Let's see
yeah.
here. Okay, and so
So
we're just gonna
how is
get
yeah
all of it. Okay.
yeah
Okay. Cool. So we can do that. And is it gonna give me the path, right?
yeah.
Let's
Let's try
oh yeah,
doing
here's all the stuff. Title raw. Okay, yeah, let's try it. Let's see what happens. So we'll add a title, and that's gonna be a string. And then we're gonna check if the title is title. Doesn't like that one.
I think that should be
Let's check in here what I. Oh, I need to use the ID. I don't know why I thought that was. Okay, that should have worked. All right. Yes. So now we're getting our content. So this is very cool. And
Holy buckets, did that just work?
sure did work. So this is really exciting. Like I am very pleasantly surprised with the experience of this because with how minimal my my understanding of Vue is, I was a little apprehensive about like all the different pieces we'd have to fit together. And this has been really intuitive. Like it's very nice to use this.
yeah.
So yeah, so next, how would I use the layout? Do you want to walk me through that?
Yeah, sure. So if you go back to the code,
Okay.
so we have the layout directory, layout,
Layouts.
yeah. So this is what comes by default with the startup file. One would have to edit. I viewing the wrong file.
Okay. And so does this looks like it just kind of shows up by magic. Is that's just kind of how it works? So if I just put in a layout, it should just work?
So with the layout, you have, can I see the layout file, please?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so by default, this would be like the default homepage of your application.
Mm-hmm.
And if you where you see slots on line 12, by default, this will add all your templates. So if you have like a template or a page defined, by default, this will show on the landing page, on the home page. So because this came with this predefined HTML, we don't need any of that. So we'll take those out or leave only slots, because this will be what will render the template files and the page files that would create.
Okay. So basically this just gets replaced with whatever we pass in.
Yeah.
Okay. That totally makes sense. So then in theory, if I just put this into a layout, then whatever is inside this component, this gets treated as the slot.
Yes.
So if I save this, look at that, like magic. That is that was pleasantly easy to do. Yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool. So that then we have our list of blog posts, and they work. If I go to the right ones, no, this one here. Okay, so that's working. So next, we need to make a list of those blog posts and probably clean that up a little bit. So we don't have an about page anymore. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, that one's gone. So if I want to show I just need to write a query here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then we can come out here and figure out what that should be. So we go all blog post, edges, node, title, and maybe an excerpt. We didn't get an excerpt, so maybe we get...
we don't have a description either.
That's okay. We can just use the content.
We could use dates if that would work.
I don't think we added date, so we would just go in here and add one, right? We can just put in like date, and we'll say this one happened yesterday. Oops, 22/13, and then we'll say that this one is from today. Okay. Now, if I refresh the page, does it pick it up? I think I might have to stop and restart, right?
Yeah. Let me do that. Change it.
Okay. So let's refresh. And now we get a date. Are there filters for this though? Let's see. All blog posts.
Yeah.
Node. Date. And we can just format it. Nice. Okay. So if I format this to like what if I do something like this? Yeah, that's nice and human readable. So we can use that. Let's use that, and we can go into the index. Stick this in here. Get that out of the way. Okay, so now this will give us all of our blog posts, which means that I should theoretically be able to do... Oh wait, I have to do view stuff.
V4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so because
go ahead.
Okay. So because we're trying to return a list of things,
Uh-huh.
you need to use the V4 tag. So if you're going to work with this, we don't want to do that within the paragraph tag. So we can try using H1 instead.
In H like a
So I'm trying to display, say, the title of the blog post, all the titles of the blog post. So we could use the H1 instead,
okay.
196. And then within that, add the V4 tag.
Okay. So just for a minor like accessibility nitpick, we'll do an H1 of like all my blog posts, and then we'll do an H2 for each of the blog posts. So you wanted to do a V4.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it? Was
Uh,
posts.
so with this, we'd use post in, and then use the post
Page dot all.
edges, or blog post edges, and then
Is this right?
yeah. So another thing you'd need to know if you're going to add the V4 without adding a key, it will always show that error. So we need to like add a key to this tag. So it's just column and key.
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Okay. And what should the key be?
You could use the title or the ID. So we
Okay.
need to fetch the ID as well.
I need to fetch it. Yeah, good. And for that, is it like post ID? Or
Yeah.
yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then this would be like post title, and then we could say posted on post date. Did that work? Not quite. Okay, so I missed.
Oh,
Oh.
I just got note, I think. No.
That work? There it is. Okay, closer, but still not quite there. Post
Okay.
node date. Huh, why doesn't the date work? Let's. Can I just console log wherever I want? Or...
Within the not really. So something with Vue that I noticed, I don't think you can. Anybody can correct me. I don't think you can console the log within an HTML tag, but I think we can do so in the page query. Oh yeah, I see the problem. You have
Oh,
post.node.
thank you. Okay, so that works. And so now we need to link this. So we can go a href, and this one is going to be like blog. Oh, this is interesting because now how do we get the...
Oh, you can use the path instead of doing this. So you get the path inside the page query. So because we already have the path in each of those, so you can just add the path and then do, yeah. Post.node the path. So we need
Oh,
to
I
fetch the
understand.
path. Yeah,
So it'll auto generate that for us.
yeah.
Oh, I did something wrong.
We don't have it in the query. We don't have paths in the query. Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Okay. I'm getting closer, but I'm still wrong.
Uh, oh, okay,
Oh,
I know. With href, you need to add a colon before it.
I also forgot to close the tag, so maybe that's all. Nope, doesn't like that.
Uh, you need to add a colon before the href, and that is called the Is it a vbind or
Oh, I'm not sure.
yeah? Okay, so with V, you don't just put href. It is called trying to figure out the name, but once you put the shorthand for doing that is colon href.
Okay.
The same way we did the key.
Oh, okay. And so then I would
Yeah.
just do something like this.
And then yeah.
Okay, so that didn't break, but
Well,
it also didn't give us what we wanted. I'm gonna just add the path out here to make sure that it's showing us what we want. Oh, weird. Okay, maybe I just needed to refresh the page because now it's working. There we go.
okay.
And so now we can navigate around. All right. This is awesome. I think Eco made a suggestion to do this as an unordered list, and I think I do like that, just because it's a lot of content, so that'll make it a little easier to scan. Yeah, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty happy with that. I think this is pretty fun. Cool. Gift. This was awesome. This went actually way faster than I expected because we are less than an hour in, and
Wow.
including shenanigans, we were able to and honestly, we went above and beyond with actually designing this. Usually the projects that we build on this show are completely unstyled, like total chaos.
Wow. Yeah.
um
So I'm thinking since we still have time, we could try doing something else.
sure.
Okay, so I'm thinking of I'm a huge fan of Netlify now, so I'm even putting on this.
Yeah.
So we could try using CMS for fetching our blog posts instead of having them.
Okay. Yeah.
If that
Well,
works. Yes.
should we maybe just deploy this so that we can see it and then
Wait.
okay. So let's do
Yeah.
that. Let's so I've got a new Git repo. Wait, what is happening? Where am I right now? That's the right place. Now we have some files. Okay, good deal. And it looks like it came with a git ignore, so we should be in good shape. Let me add everything. These are all things that we can commit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Then I'm going to commit. We will create a new repo. Git push origin master. And then we're going to netlify init. We will create and configure a new site. We'll put it on my okay. The build command is build. The directory to deploy. That's a good question. What?
So
Dist.
this
And I think that is all. So we can run netlify open.
I think the Netlify CLI is really cool. I usually just go to the UI and then plug everything in. But I
I
think I should try using the CLI as well.
I really love the netlify CLI. Like it's so it makes my life so much easier. Like between that and then I use Hub, the Git tools. That's what let me create that repo and everything right from the command line. And so it
Yeah.
helps me not do so much context switching. It's like, okay, I just saved all my code. I want to put it up on GitHub. I want to put it up on Netlify, and I can do all of that with just a few commands instead of trying to remember, like, oh, now I have to open the Netlify site. Now I have to open the GitHub site. It's like, no, just boom, 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 and it's done.
Cool. I think I'll adopt that too.
Okay, so this is almost done here. Here we go. And we're done. Okay, so now we have a site. It's up, it's live, we did it. Congratulations, everyone. We have built and deployed a Gridsome blog in an hour on the dot. So that is super, that's
Great.
amazing. Like, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I love it. Cool. So I think we have 30 more minutes.
We can do,
Is
yeah,
there
we've got
enough
about
time
30
to
more
do-
minutes.
Yeah.
And so you were saying you wanted to hook up a CMS?
Oh, yeah. I like what I just remembered something. So instead of using the um, A tag, you can actually use G-Link. So it's
Oh,
a custom, yeah, built within Gridsome. So that helps you with optimization.
okay.
Um, so same way we have G-Image, you can just use G-Link. Someone said that in the chat, and I just remembered.
G-Link. And then, is it still an href?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so let me get this running again.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so let's save that. What happened to the git ignore? Oh, I get it. Okay. So we'll git add. We can probably just git commit. All right. And now if we go and look, that'll start deploying right now. Okay, so that's going. So that'll be fixed momentarily on the live site. And in the meantime, we've got we've got about 27 minutes left to play.
Cool. So I think using Netlify CMS is, we need to go to the documentation for that. I'm not sure if there is a source plugin. Let me confirm. So
I don't know that we would need a source plugin for Netlify
no,
CMS because of the way that it works. But yeah, we can definitely try it. Add to your site. Store static files and okay. Look in your project for CSS or images. Okay. Store your admin folder next to those. Okay, so if we're going to do this, we are going to create in static an admin folder. And then in admin, create two files, index.html and config.yml. Okay. And that, wow. Okay, so that's all. Do this. And then, so that's loading the Netlify CMS from JS deliver or unpackage.
Yeah.
Then the config Okay, so we could have done this as a thing, but I don't think we need to worry about it. Let's look at configuration.
I'm sorry, give me 1 minute. I need to clean my. So I usually tear up when I'm looking at the screen for a very long time.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so backend configuration is fairly straightforward. The branch. Okay, so the backend. Oh, I did this wrong. This is supposed to go on index. This is supposed to be backend. And we say name is get gateway. And branch is master. Let's see. You already have an images. So we've got static. I don't know. Do you think we need any more?
No, no.
Okay.
I don't think we need the images. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Let's ship it and see what happens. Netlify CMS. Eco, what are you talking about? Which template? I don't think the blog post template has any links in it. Yeah, it doesn't. If that's what you were asking about. Okay, so we've got this going here. Check this one. So our Netlify CMS build is going. I have no idea how this is going to be so magic if it just works. Collections. Okay, so we do need
Okay.
collections, media folder,
So
media.
so it's not optional. The images.
Media folder, media library. Okay. So we need to set those up to be media folder is going to be static images uploads. That seems reasonable. The media library. Let's see. Collections. Every site is different. The collection settings differ.
I think for us, it should just be the title and the date, and then
Okay. So it looks all right. So let's start up here. The name is blog. The label is blog. The folder is up here. It was content blog. Create. Yeah, we want to be able to create. The slug should match file name template. I think we just want that to be slug.
yeah.
Okay. And then the fields, I think, were just label, title, name, title, widget, string. And then date, And this was called Date Time. Okay. And then Media Library. I think that's all, right? Am I missing anything?
No, I think we just have title and date.
Okay. So now I just need to figure out what Media Library means.
Yeah.
And that one's not even listed.
So I'm thinking it's what, if you scroll down,
Scroll down.
yeah. So we have media folder and we have public folder.
Hmm.
Should you try running it first or see
Yeah,
if we still
maybe that's like an optional. Yeah, let's just try this. Um. Oh, there's a whole doc on this right on the Gridsome website. So let's go look at that. See if we missed anything. Okay, so that part's already done, more or less. And in the config,
Yeah.
okay, got that right. Good. Oh, but we need to set the public folder. Okay, so we it looks like we got almost all the way there. We should
Yeah.
probably set. Okay, let's update this to name GitHub. We'll say repo is Jay Langsdorff. Thank you for the cheer, Will. That is awesome. Good to see you. And this was
Okay,
called
yes.
Love and Gridsome. Okay. And the public folder was images uploads. I guess we can drop this. We haven't done anything with it yet, so let's do that. Okay. I am happy with that. Looks like what they told us to do, so I'm gonna ship it. All right.
Great.
So now we'll just give that a second to build.
What does Kogi count mean?
The corgi count is how many times someone has used the corgi emoji in chat. So if it reaches 20, we get a corgi stampede.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this would be. There we go. All right. Yep. Spam that corgi. Aha! All right. We got Netlify CMS. So let's log in. What? What did I do wrong? API credentials for GitHub from the access part of your Netlify site dashboard. Okay. Access part. From the what?
I think this part is in the documentation. We probably skipped it.
You're probably right. So let's find here. Open this link.
Ah, son of a biscuit.
Click on new OAuth app. Fill in all the fields accordingly. Callback URL. Okay. Love Gridsome, and then we'll use this here. Okay. I have to revoke all of these tokens. And then what do? go to your Netlify dashboard, click on your project, settings, access control, authentication providers, install provider, GitHub, client ID and secret. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recycle these tokens so that we can actually keep this thing live. Let's revoke the tokens. Good. Need to use password real quick.
You hackers, you dirty hackers.
Not today, hackers. All right. Let's get this here. Okay. New client ID and secret. So we're going to drop this one in here. Jeez. Just pushing all the buttons. Drop this one in here, get it installed, and now, theoretically speaking, this should work. So if I refresh the page and log in, okay, that's all good. Just going to authorize it. And we're back.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Sure, I can lie. And then, oh, we forgot to add a content field.
Content, yeah.
All right, so we can publish that for now, but I need to go back and we need to add, how do you add content? Where was it? Here.
Body.
That one. So we're going to go into this config again, add in the body. I don't know why all the YAML gets quoted. Not necessary. So much cleaner that way. All right, so let's we'll get commit am fix add body field CMS config. Push it. And what did I screw up? Oh, we have to pull.
Yeah.
Because we made changes. Now we can push. And what we should see is up here somewhere. That's building. And that is Eco, that is true. I am very good at cycling secrets now. Smart ass. Okay, so now if we refresh the page, get logged in, and we have love
So,
cycling secrets. Publish now. And if we go and look, I think this will have triggered a new build. Yep. And so now that we've added this, like anytime we want to write new content, we can just go to admin, and as long as we have access to this project, we can do whatever, right?
yeah, sure.
Awesome. Okay. Well, GIF, this was amazing. We were able to cover so much ground today, and like it seems like the Gridsome stuff was amazing. The Netlify CMS stuff is a little bit bumpy. That looks like something we can clean up. I'll pass this feedback along to the team. But yeah, what a great episode. This was fun. I love learning.
This was really fun.
I broke it.
Yeah, What?
Why didn't that work? Why don't my links work? That's weird. So
You have to click it twice, or?
well, I have to open it in a new window. It like caught the link and doesn't want to do anything with it. Is it breaking? Did we find a bug, or did I do this wrong? I think I might have done this wrong. Gridsome G link. It's two. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
We can fix that fast. While we're doing that, let me get this updated. G-Link 2. Let me check the layout too to see if that's what they're doing. These are hard coded, but I think it should work. We're gonna YOLO commit that. Git commit fix links.
I don't think we need the colon with the two.
Well, but don't we need that to bind it to the value? Because otherwise it would just be linking to like this string.
Okay, I think that is a view thing, and well, let's try and see.
Okay,
Let's
so
try it and see.
we'll give this a push. We'll see what happens. Meeting starting in 10 minutes alert. What do you mean? Oh yeah, that probably was a meeting starting in 10 minutes alert. Oh, good. Okay. All right. My instinct was correct. That we got to use the colon if we're using a variable. Okay. So we've got this is deployed, I think, published. So now, not that one, not that one, not that one either. One of these. Oh my god.
Should be the one with Elo. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So now, now they work. Okay. So links are functional. We've got Netlify CMS running under the hood. Gift, where should people go to find you online?
Okay. So you can find me on Twitter. I'm really active on Twitter. So, yeah. And also, I spend a lot of my time on the practical dev. That's dev.co. Yeah. So this, and I'm also going to plug my YouTube channel. I also have a YouTube channel as well. So.
Yes. So
Great.
absolutely go follow Gift. It's a nonstop fire hose of wonderful information and just wonderful human beingness. If you haven't been following Gift, you should absolutely start because she is absolutely delightful. Gift, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it. Any final like parting words here?
Yeah, this was really fun and I enjoyed every bit of it. Thanks
Awesome.
for hosting.
Really
And
appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, also thanks to everyone on the chat for helping out as well.
Yeah, chat, you were champions today. All right, everybody. Thank you again. Stay tuned. We've got some fun stuff coming up. I think I've got a little bit of a lull in guests on the show. So I don't have any guests scheduled until March 10th, but never fear, that doesn't mean that we won't be back. I'll be streaming solo as I build the Netlify swag store. So stay tuned. I'll be posting those as I go live. I'll try to get them on the... Yeah, okay. No, I wasn't trying to talk. But yeah, so let's so stay tuned. I'll put these up as soon as I have them scheduled, but my assumption is you'll see at least like 2 solo streams next week where we'll be working on the Netlify swag store. And in the meantime, stay tuned. Go subscribe to the calendar. We've got a calendar available where you can get notified, or not notified, but it'll just show in your Google Calendar whenever an episode is going to happen, so that you can see those without having to pay attention on Twitter or subscribe to a newsletter or anything like that. That being said, I think that's all. Let's stay tuned. We're gonna raid. Ooh, let's go see Instafluff. He raided us yesterday. We're gonna raid him today. So we will be doing that shortly. Gift, thank you again. And all right, everybody. We'll see you next time.